Welcome, welcome to Google I/O, and welcome to Shoreline. It feels really nice and different up here. We've been doing it for many, many years in Moscone, and in fact, we've been doing I/O for 10 years, but I feel we are at a pivotal moment in terms of where we are going as a company, and felt appropriate to change the venue. Doing it here also allows us to include a lot more of you. There are over 7,000 of you joining in person today. And later today, after the keynote, you'll be joined by Googlers, product managers, engineers, and designers. So hopefully you'll engage in many, many conversations over the 3 days. As always, I/O is being live streamed around the world. This year we have the largest ever audience. We are live streaming this to 530 extended events in over 100 countries around the world, including Dublin, which is a major tech hub in Europe, Istanbul, which is our oldest Google developer group, and even to Colombo, Sri Lanka, which is the largest attendance outside of the US with 2,000 people. Our largest developer audience on the live stream is from China today, with over 1 million people tuning in live from China. So welcome to those users as well. We live in very, very exciting times. Computing has had an amazing evolution. Stepping back, Larry and Sergey founded Google 17 years ago with the goal of helping users find the information they need. At the time, there were only 300 million people online. Most of them were on big physical computers on slow internet connections. Fast forward to today, thanks to the rate at which processors and sensors have evolved, it is truly the moment of mobile. There are over 3 billion people connected, and they are using the internet in ways we have never seen before. They live on their phones. They use it to communicate, learn new things, gain knowledge, entertain themselves. They tap an icon, expect a car to show up. They talk to their phones and even expect music to play in the living room, or sometimes groceries to show up at the front door. So we are pushing ourselves really hard so that Google is evolving and staying a step ahead of our users. All the queries you see behind me are live queries coming in from mobile. In fact, today, over 50% of our queries come from mobile phones. And the queries in color you see behind me are voice queries. In the US, on our mobile app in Android, 1 in 5 queries, 20% of our queries, are voice queries, and that share is growing. Given how differently users are engaging with us, we want to push ourselves and deliver them information, rich information, in the context of mobile. This is why if you come to Google today and search for Beyoncé, you don't just get 10 blue links, you get a rich information card with music. You can listen to her songs, find information about upcoming show events, and book it right there. You can come and ask us different queries, presidential elections, or Champions League, and we again give you rich, in-depth information. And we do this across thousands and thousands of categories, globally, at scale. You can come to Google looking for news as well. For example, if you're interested in Hyperloop, an exciting technology, we give you information with AMP right there in search results, and they load instantly, and you can scroll through them. Amazing to see how people engage differently with Google. It's not just enough to give them links. We really need to help them get things done in the real world. This is why we are evolving search to be much more assistive. We've been laying the foundation for this for many, many years through investments in deep areas of computer science. We built the knowledge graph. Today, have an understanding of 1 billion entities, people, places, and things, and the relationships between them in the real world. We have dramatically improved the quality of our voice recognition. We recently started training our data sets with noisy backgrounds deliberately so that we can hear people more accurately. The quality has improved recently by 25%. Image recognition and computer vision. We can do things which we never thought we could do before. If you're in Google Photos today and you search for hugs, we actually pull all the pictures of people hugging in your personal collection. We have recently extended this to videos. So you can say, show me my dog videos, and we actually go through your videos and pull out your favorite videos. Translation. 10 years ago, we could machine translate in 2 languages. Today, we do that for over 100 languages, and every single day, we translate over 140 billion words for our users. We even do real-time visual translation. If you're a Chinese user and you run into a menu in English, all you need to do is to hold up your phone, and we can translate it into English for you. Progress in all of these areas is accelerating thanks to profound advances in machine learning and AI, and I believe we are at a seminal moment. We as Google have evolved significantly over the past 10 years, and we believe we are poised to take a big leap forward in the next 10 years. So leveraging our state-of-the-art capabilities in machine learning and AI, we truly want to take the next step in being more assistive for our users. So today, we are announcing the Google Assistant. So what do we mean when we say the Google Assistant? We want to be there for our users, asking them, hi, how can I help? We think of the assistant in a very specific way. We think of it as a conversational assistant. We want users to have an ongoing two-way dialogue with Google. We want you to help get things done in your real world. And we want to do it for you, understanding your context, giving you control of it. We think of this as building each user their own individual Google. We already have elements of the assistant working hard for our users. I mentioned earlier that 20% of queries on our mobile app in Android in the US are voice queries. Every single day, people say, OK, Google, and ask us questions that we help them with. And we have started becoming truly conversational because of our strengths in natural language processing. For example, you can be in front of this structure in Chicago and ask Google, who designed this? You don't need to say the bean or the cloud gate. We understand your context, and we answer that the designer is Anish Kapoor. Here's another example. You can ask Google, who directed The Revenant?
The Revenant was directed by Alejandro González Iñárritu.
And you can follow that up with the question, show me his awards. Notice that I didn't say the name, which I'm glad because I find that name very, very hard to pronounce. And Google could pick that conversation up and return the right answer. This has historically been really hard to do for computers. The reason we are able to do is because we have invested the last decade in building the world's best natural language processing technology. Our ability to do conversational understanding is far ahead of what other assistants can do. Especially if you look at follow-on queries, our studies show that we are an order of magnitude ahead of everyone else. So today, people are using Google and asking us questions in many, many different ways. So we put together a short video so that you can take a look.
Okay, Google, show me the trailer for Angry Birds.
Fire! How old is the Taj Mahal? Whoa, take me there.
Here are some headlines.
What's Picasso's full name?
Pablo Diego Jose Francisco de Paula Juan Nepomuceno Maria de... You're on the fastest route.
Play Laughing Owl.
Okay, Google, tirar uma selfie.
Oh my God, that's so messed up.
Cool, Graham.
Say that in the song.
Hello? Show me my graduation photos.
Post this on my blog.
It's 29 degrees and clear. Your order has shipped.
비행 시간에.
Here are your scores.
As you can see, users are already looking to Google to help them get things done. But we believe we are just getting started. We believe this is a long journey. And given it's a journey, we want to talk to you a little bit about the future. We want to show you the kind of things we aspire to be able to do. Let me do that with an example. Here's a common situation. It's Friday night. I'm sure many of you can relate to it. I'm back home, and I want to take my family to a movie. You normally pull out your phone, research movies, look at the reviews, find shows nearby, and try to book a ticket. We want to be there in these moments helping you. So you should be able to ask Google, what's playing tonight? And by the way, today, if you ask that question, we do return movie results, but we want to go a step further. We want to understand your context and maybe suggest 3 relevant movies which you would like nearby. I should be able to look at it and maybe tell Google, we want to bring the kids this time. And then if that's the case, Google should refine the answer and suggest family-friendly options. And maybe even ask me, would you like 4 tickets to any of these? And if I say, sure, let's do Jungle Book, it should go ahead and get the tickets and have them ready, waiting for me when I need it. As you can see, I engaged in a conversation with Google, and it helped me get things done in my context. And by the way, this is just one version of the conversation. This could have gone many, many different ways. For example, when Google returned the results, I could have asked, is Jungle Book any good? And Google could have given me the reviews and maybe even shown me a trailer. And by the way, I saw the movie, it's terrific, and hope you get to see it as well. Every single conversation is different. Every single context is different. And we are working hard to do this for billions of conversations, for billions of users around the world, for everyone. We think of the assistant as an ambient experience that extends across devices. I think computing is poised to evolve beyond just phones. It'll be in the context of a user's daily life. It'll be on their phones, devices they wear, in their cars, and even in their living rooms. For example, if you're in one of the 100 different Android Auto models and you're driving and you say, let's have curry tonight, we know the Warriors are on tonight and Steph Curry is playing, but all you're looking for is food. And we should be smart, order that food, and let you know when it is ready, and maybe even have it waiting for you at your home. Talking about your home, we've already built many, many products for your home. Today, we have sold over 25 million Chromecast devices. So we've been thinking hard about how to bring this vision of Google Assistant into your home. Credit to the team at Amazon for creating a lot of excitement in this space. We've been thinking about our own unique approach, and we are getting ready to launch something later this year. To give you a preview, I'm going to invite Mario from the Chromecast team. Thank you, Mario. It's really exciting to see the Google Assistant come to life with Google Home and to help get people things done. To do this well, as Mario mentioned, we really need to work with developers and third parties so that we can provide these actions for our users. We already do this a lot at Google today. Using Google products, you can already book a movie ticket with Fandango, get a car with Uber, listen to music on Spotify, book a restaurant with OpenTable, maybe record a ride with Strava, and many, many more such use cases. So we are thinking about this thoughtfully, and we're working on a comprehensive way by which third-party developers can interact with the assistant, and we'll be sharing a lot more in the upcoming months. I talked earlier that we are working hard at core use cases on mobile. One such important use case is photos. Last year, thanks to the advances in computer vision, we approach photos with a new perspective. We announced Google Photo at Google I/O last year with the goal to help users find and organize their photos and videos, keep them safe, and share them effortlessly with their family and friends on any device. We've seen tremendous adoption with Google Photos, and just in the past year, we've seen tremendous adoption, and today, we are at over 200 million monthly active users. Our computer vision systems have automatically applied over 2 trillion labels. This is what allows us, when you search for Pomeranian, to find the right picture. And by the way, over 24 billion of those labels are for selfies. We even have Pomeranian selfies. Google Photos shows what's possible when you approach an existing area from a new perspective. Another core use case on users' phones is communications. It's an exciting area, and there is a lot of innovation. But given our advancements in machine learning, we wanted to approach this core use case with a new perspective. Eric Kai is going to join to talk to you more about it. Thank you, Jason and Ellie. Firebase is the most comprehensive developer offering we have done till date. I'm glad it's available today and look forward to hearing your feedback. We talked a lot today about machine learning and AI. We think there is an opportunity to accelerate computing by working on this with everyone else. And so we are trying to do that in 2 ways. First, we are opening up core components of our machine learning systems. Last year, we open sourced TensorFlow so that developers can embed machine learning and deep neural nets with a single API. In 2015, it was the most forked project on GitHub, and it is the #1 machine learning project on that site. Last week, we open sourced a natural language parser, which is also built on top of TensorFlow. We are doing these things so that we can engage the external community and work on this together with everyone. Second, for developers and companies out there, we are also exposing our machine learning capabilities through our Google Cloud Platform. We already have a cloud machine learning platform underway, and you get access to computer vision, speech, language, and translation APIs. And we are working on bringing many more machine learning APIs so that you can get access to the same great capabilities we have inside at Google. We believe this will be one of the biggest differentiators for the Google Cloud Platform over time. And by the way, when you use Google Cloud Platform, you not only get access to the great software we use internally, you get access to specialized hardware we build internally. And talking about that, for machine learning, the scale at which we need to do computing is incredible, and so we have started building specialized custom hardware. We call these tensor processing units, or TPUs. TPUs deliver an order of magnitude higher performance per watt than all commercially available GPUs and FPGAs. And when you use the Google Cloud Platform, you can take advantage of TPUs as well. TPUs are what powered AlphaGo, DeepMind's AlphaGo, in its game against Lace et al. Go is an ancient Chinese board game. It has a simple 19 by 19 grid, but it is one of the most complex games humans have ever designed. It has more possible board configurations, many more possible board configurations, than there are atoms in the universe. Beating Go for computers was widely considered to be the grand challenge for AI, and most people thought it wouldn't happen for another decade or so. So we are really thrilled that AlphaGo was able to achieve this milestone recently. One thing worth calling out, in the second game, there was a move 37 by AlphaGo. It changed the course of the game and is now widely considered one of the most beautiful Go moves ever seen in tournament play. It was not just an intuitive move, but a very creative move. We normally don't associate computers with making creative choices, and so to us, this represents a significant achievement in AI. By the way, Lace et al. Has won every single game since he played against AlphaGo, and he has even replayed some of the moves he learned from AlphaGo in that game. As the state-of-the-art capabilities in machine learning and AI progress, we see them becoming very versatile, and we think it applies to a wide range of fields. I want to give you 2 examples. First, robotics. At Google, a bunch of 20%ers decided to help trained robots to pick up objects. You can see it behind me. This is not new. You usually do it by writing control system code. You program the robots with rules. But this time, they decided to use deep learning techniques. So you create a continuous feedback cycle so that the robots can learn hand-eye coordination by themselves using deep learning. As you can see, they keep doing it, and they keep learning it over and over again. And over time, they get better, and they even learn natural and useful behaviors. So for example, the robot is nudging the stapler away to pick up that yellow object. We didn't write that rule. The robot learned it automatically using deep learning. So it's an amazing example of what machine learning can do. Another example in healthcare. Diabetic retinopathy is the fastest growing cause of blindness. It affects 4.2 million people in the US and many more worldwide. To detect it, you need to do a scan of the eye like you see behind me, and a highly trained doctor can detect it. If detected early, the treatments are effective. If detected late, it causes irreversible blindness. And it's very, very difficult to have highly trained doctors available in many parts of the world. So we set out to work with a small team of engineers and doctors, and again used deep learning and started training on eye scans. And over time, our computer vision systems have gotten really good at detecting diabetic retinopathy early. This is still early, and there's a long road ahead, and we'll work with the medical community to get it in the hands of as many people as possible. But you can see the promise again of using machine learning. When I hear about advancements like these, I'm reminded that we live in an extraordinary period for computing. Whether climate change, healthcare, or education, the most important struggles already have thousands of brilliant and dedicated people working to make progress on issues that affect everyone. Now consider what the best climate change researchers, doctors, or educators can do with the power of machine learning assisting them. As you have seen today, I'm incredibly excited about the progress that we are making with machine learning and AI. We believe that the real test is whether humans can achieve a lot more with the support of AI assisting them. Things previously thought to be impossible may in fact be possible. We look forward to building this future together with all of you. Thank you for joining us at Google I/O.